what's up, Truth Team? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, SD's #1 urban blog and the queen of paperwork. I ain't gonna hold y'all, okay? This whole Detroit thing, y'all know I kind of dabbled in it at first when 50 Cent and Big Meech was going back and forth because I kind of was up to date on what was going on as far as Meech's case, right? But then when it started growing legs, I'm like, oh Lord, like what happened? Where 42 Dugg come from? Where did this person come from? Then I started hearing the name Dawgface. I'm like, yo, y'all can have that. I was born there, but I don't know nothing about Detroit business. And 42 Dugg said, hey, stay out of Detroit business. But y'all know everybody say that about they city, they state, whatever. But I'm so glad that Music 101 did a video so I can react to it. So maybe I can understand what's going on now. Let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth.
"42 Dugg posted a video on his Instagram and said nobody from Pontiac can speak on Detroit business.
Man, can't no Pontiac nigga speak on Detroit business. We don't give a fuck what you heard, homie. We don't give a fuck where you at, homie. Ain't nobody crashing, homie. You niggas wanna be bloggers and podcasters, but you wanna bait street niggas in. That ain't what we do in Detroit, homie. I think you might gotta move to LA or Dallas or something. You did. Go be the next Charleston, the next Whack. We don't condone that in Detroit, homie. Ain't nobody trying to go big off of another drama down here, homie. We hustling down here. You dig what I'm saying? If you don't like us, niggas, get with us.
Everybody was wondering, who is Dugg talking about? Dawgface posted DMs of him and 42 Dugg going back and forth. And some of the messages, I'ma sum up because what they saying is just too disrespectful. Dawgface posted a message where he responded to 42 Dugg and said, "I was the same wiggle who you asked to put a track hawk in my name for you when you got your deal. And when Whack 100 clowned you over the Offset situation, I was the only podcaster who defended you." 42 Dugg responded and basically said, out of everybody in Detroit, Dawgface the only one trying to tear down the city. He went on to say that Dawgface is not from the city. He don't have no morals, no principles, nothing. Then 42 Dugg asked, do he know who he is? Dawgface responded and said, "You more like your mom than your dad." 42 Dugg responded and said, "I've been throwing money on O's before you had a chain." Dawgface responded and said, "Keep eating Meech D up. B, you was broke when I met you. Are you nuts? Wigga, I still got the pic of us on Cooper Street at Smokehouse, party on 18. 42 Dugg responded and said, "Man, you ain't never met me broke. Shut up." 42 Dugg also responded and said, "You Whack 100 of Detroit." Dawgface responded and said, "B, you can't rob the robber O." 42 Dugg responded and said, "You a B." Dawgface responded and said, "Now you on Whack D." Whack.
Hold on. Who put the text messages out? Y'all don't condone putting no text messages out. Now you can talk about the conversation. I just don't like that. Like, and why y'all going back and forth with each other in like messages? Like, I ain't gonna say I no lie. The only person I'm going back and forth with is my nigga. Okay, and then that's gonna get boring, and I'm gonna have to call him. Like, bro, well, stop playing with me in them texts. But go ahead, music.
Told you. 42 Dugg responded and said, "Shut up." And they just keep going on with the name calling. Dawgface say, "Nah, oh, your mama a B." 42 Dugg responded and said, "Keep playing with my mama." Dawgface responded and said, "I know what. B then had the bread before you got your deal. Fuck you mean? You didn't have no money." Laughing emoji. The whole city know. 42 Dugg responded and said, "I'm glad you think speaking on my mama something cool to do." Dawgface responded and said, "You done forgot where you came from." 42 Dugg responded and said, "I'm glad you think you could disrespect me or my mama." Dawgface responded and said, "And yeah, 55 Lil Johnny slapped your BA at the basketball city. He took your scrap and you was begging to get it back." 42 Dugg responded and said, "You be playing with Wigga's mamas and kids like you just invisible. Don't be surprised when somebody find out who your I ain't gonna even read that game. But just know it got very disrespectful.
Yo, gang, this too much. And this we got Music 101 as a Florida blogger. So Detroit business have made it to Florida. Like Michigan business have made it to Florida. And we got a whole Johnny. And why he slap somebody? Like, you know, this is just too much for the internet. But again, people always be like, bloggers this, blogger that. But you going back and forth with a blogger, that's going to get lit. Now, everybody ain't like Mickey Truth. And don't condone putting messages out. We done went over this many times with many different situations. Rappers, bloggers, they all put that shit out. So why is you going? I'm not. Listen, I learned my lesson. I replied to a nigga one time. One message was a light message. And before I could even go to block the nigga, he had to screenshot my message and put it out. That's why I know these niggas different, okay? I ain't about to be sitting there going back and forth with none of these niggas in no inbox, okay? At all. And hell, half of them hot. So I ain't gonna about to be on the phone with none of them. That's why I just stay to myself. But go ahead, music. What else they saying at this point?
Dawgface responded and said, erase that. 42 Dugg responded and said, imagine that. And a wigger slapping me? Dawgface responded and said, don't text no threats. No matter how mad you get, erase that now. 42 Dugg responded and said, you think I'm a game, don't you? Dawgface responded and say, B, I've been in Detroit since 1986. 42 Dugg responded and said, you got the right one. Dawgface responded and said, East Warren. 42 Dugg responded and said, and you know you do. Dawgface responded and said, nah, B, you got so many wiggers who hate you. 42 Dugg responded and said, a wigger make an example out of you, homie. 42 Dugg also said, both of y'all inform on the streets and hate on wiggers like me. Dawgface responded and said, you old wiggers are the weakest. Inform. 42 Dugg responded and said, just remember what you said about my mama. Dawgface responded and said, be where you at. I can jump on the road right now and be in the A. What's cracking? 42 Dugg said, you were. Dawgface responded and said, here you go again, making threats. You a coward. 42 Dugg responded and said, 1 year or 10 years. Now, I don't know what that means, but let's just say this thing right here is getting out of hand. Dawgface also said, I'm in Detroit. Who need to see me? I'm east with it. He also said, I came back to Detroit to see what's on wiggers' minds. Last time I checked, wiggers were O's. I just want to say this right here before I play this clip. Them going back and forth in the DMs, it probably wouldn't have went any further than the DMs. But by Dawgface posting the DMs, now 42 Dugg has to react. And I'm not talking.
Listen, I ain't about to hold y'all. I feel just weird watching that, okay? Because it's like, bruh, what is y'all doing? 42 Dugg, like, you supposed to be too gangster for this. Like, what is you doing? I tell rappers all the time, you cannot win with no blogger. At the end of the day, you cannot win because rappers' persona, especially rappers like 42 Dugg, street personas and all that, going back and forth with a nigga on the internet is crazy. Bloggers, we live for these storylines. Now, I ain't about to go back and forth with no nigga, okay? Well, it depends who the nigga is. I mean, if it turn me up, it turn me up. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, a rapper versus blogger, the blogger is always going to win because you're going to turn the blog up regardless. Like, at the end of the day. But, yeah, y'all tap in with Music 101 YouTube channel and finish watching that. Y'all know I can only do a little bit of that at a time. That's just the text messages had me. But anyway, what do I got to say? What's my thoughts on that? To be honest, 42 Dugg, just leave it alone. Like, I've been seeing 42 since he got out. No, let me refer. Since Big Meech got out, I'll be seeing 42 Dugg in the mix too much compared to what it was before then. Like, at this point, like, just leave it alone. But if you don't, as a blogger, keep on it. I'm going to keep reacting because y'all be doing too much back and forth. I can't personally keep up with it. But I'm going to react once music put it together, okay? Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. Catch y'all on the next one. Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. Hold on. on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
What's up, Truth Team? I am here, okay? About to get a touch of love. Yes, I'm at Touch of Love Massage Shop, okay? Now listen, I've been getting my massages through Touch of Love for years, even before it was a shop to come to. But let me show you around, and then I got to get ready because I'm feeling a little tense. And let me tell you, if you work in like call centers, streamers, YouTubers, sitting at that desk all the time, you definitely need to be tapping in and get your massage. So let's take a tour.
So it was located in a nice multi business building. The suite was set up real comfortably. It was like to the back, and the candles was burning. The aromatherapy was definitely there. Okay, so I had to get undressed, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get all the way undressed. But anyway, like I said, being getting massages, Nakia is awesome at what she does, and let me tell y'all, them hands are blessed, okay? I got the full body massage, including, okay, the hot stones. And when I say that hour went so fast, I even went to sleep. And I always go to sleep during massage for some reason. But yeah, definitely needed that because y'all know I had a night ahead of me, okay?
Guys, I'm Nakia. I am the owner operator of Touch of Love Massage Services. I always start with people. I start with the information of what massage is. So massage is the manipulation of muscles. Exercise is the manipulation of muscles. The only difference is we are manually using our hands to do those activities. So a lot of people look at massage as a luxury when really it's a health necessity. So I'm more on the medical side of things. So if you're experiencing any pain of any sort, muscles is 90% of pain, so I would recommend you to come and get a massage.
How can they follow you?
I do have my business page, Touch of Love Massage Services, on Instagram. I have Touch of Love Massage Services on Facebook, and if you want to set an appointment with me, you can look me up on Setmore. It's an app platform online where you can book appointments.
Hey, there you have it. And y'all, I feel like a new woman, but now it's time to party. So I'll catch y'all in the next one.